showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling. Woo! It's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report on the Buffalo Fan Base Network. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP, from the 313. And normally I would say by my side is my man, my Toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. However, Mr. Mikey is under the weather tonight. So Mr. Mikey is taking a night off. Yeah, so that's okay. I'm riding solo, and I'm good with that. Let's get to the chat. And by the way, Mr. Mikey is in the chat. So that is the Apex 00. So just a heads up. Jedediah, hey, Bills Mafia, great win. Go Bills. Hell yeah, go Bills. That was a huge win. Let's get to another Jedediah. So does anyone else feel like we beat the three teams yesterday? Beat the 3 times ourselves, the refs, and the Chiefs. Yeah, I'm going to get to some of those bullshit calls right there, that non-calls. Feeling great, man. Hell yeah, man. Apex, yes, I know you're in the chat. Get well, Mr. Mikey. Yes, get well, Mr. Mikey. And cheers to Chewy. What up? My voice is back, by the way. My voice is back. Lost my voice yesterday for a little bit. Go Bills, Daniel. Yes, go Bills. So yes, let's dive right into it. So Buffalo Bills get a 24-20 win in Arrowhead Stadium yesterday. Listen, I get what the players are saying before the game, before the build-up, right? That this is just another game. The next game is the most important game. And I believe that as well. However, that was that had to feel a little bit better than beating the Pittsburgh Steelers or beating Green Bay next week. Right, when we play, not next week, week 9, right? Week 8. Guys, I've been drinking too much. Week 8. I apologize. So, Chain Gang, yes. You'll be seeing more of him. By the way, he'll be special guest once in a while, all that good stuff. So yeah, man, Victory Monday. I've been drinking a little bit, getting ready for this show. So excuse me if I'm a little bit off tonight, but that's all right. So Buffalo wins 24-20, like I said. And to be honest with you guys, I feel like this game was important. And a few reasons why I feel like it was important. One, like I said yesterday, if you guys watched the post game, the whole off season, right, was to play for this kind of moment, to play the Chiefs, right? Because we know we're going to see them again in the playoffs. It's going to happen, guys. Let's not sugarcoat this. We will see the Chiefs, and it probably will be the AFC Championship game, okay? More than likely, depending on the seeds, of course, depending on the seeding, right? But we will see them more than likely. And what we did this offseason was to build for that moment, because clearly last year we weren't ready and we didn't have the personnel on the field. And then also too, a little bit of coaching. And I hope they learned their lessons, and I will get into this game on why I think they did learn their lesson, as far as playing soft ass defense against Patrick Mahomes and these Kansas City Chiefs, because you can't do that. And lesson learned last season in the playoffs. So what do we do in the offseason, right, guys? We did what we didn't do the previous season, right? The 2021 season, right? Which was build properly, build the defensive line properly, because the offense, I felt, was fine. No matter what Mongo Feliciano says, by the way, that we just were out there playing football. Like, unbelievable comment by Mongo Feliciano. Thank God he's gone, because that's unbelievable. We don't need people like you around this team and around these players. I know you're probably still good friends with some of the players, but outrageous comment, by the way. Anyways, what do we need to do? We needed to improve the defense, right? Because the defense is what really let us down in that game in the second half, right? So what did Brandon Bean went out and did? He went out and improved his D line, right? Got Von Miller, right? And we're going to get into Von Miller a little bit later in the show, right? He went out, he got Jordan Phillips, right? Then he went and got Shaq Lawson, right? Then he went and got Daquan Jones, right? Then he went and got oh man, I'm drawing a blank here. The other I wish Mikey was here. Anyways, the guy from Washington. I'm still like out of it from yesterday. Anyways, we improved that defensive line. And also Gregory Rousseau, his second year, is already showing mass improvements, right? Tim Settle. Thank you, Mikey. Tim Settle. So we beefed up the line, and it shows since week one. What did week one show you? Week one showed you what? They cannot run on this defensive line, right? You were taking away the run. Once you eliminate the run, it's all up to the quarterback at that time, right? Because the Buffalo Bills offense is going to score points. That's going to have the other team to do what? To start passing, right? Passing heavy, because you're taking away the run. You're taking away time possession as well. So week one, we did that, right? Which I knew. The Rams, they're not primarily a running team anyways. Week two was the real test, right? Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry. We shut Derrick Henry right down, right? Shut Derrick Henry right down. Hello, Mikey. Yeah, man, Mikey's in California. Mikey is not feeling good. So anyways, back to what we added. So week three, let's see here. Let me go through all that. So week three, we played Miami. Miami doesn't have a running team anyway, so that really wasn't a factor, and it wasn't a factor anyways. They don't have a good running game. We totally stopped their running game. Buffalo at Baltimore, obviously, you saw what we did there, except for Lamar Jackson, who's going to get his, but running, nothing. Then we play Pittsburgh, totally shut out Najee Harris, which, by the way, Najee Harris isn't playing good anyways. Then we play KC, who actually they did okay with against us in the playoffs running. And in this game, we totally shut them down for the most part. So let me get to the stats in this game so you guys kind of understand what I mean about the running game. So the Chiefs rushing. Clyde Edwards had 33 yards rushing. He had 9 carries, 3.7 carry. That's not good. Patrick Mahomes, 4 carries, 21 yards. And I don't know the other guy's name. Pachario. He had 2 carries, 9 yards, 4.5 average. Totally shut them down. They had 68 total yards rushing. It's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. However, I will say this. The Buffalo Bills finally got the running game going, which we will get to, obviously, when I get to the offense. But on the defensive side of things, this is what this game meant for me. I wanted to see against a high-powered offense if the Buffalo Bills defensive line could get pressure on Mahomes, one, right? This new D-line, and totally stop their running game, which they did. And then it was all Patrick Mahomes. And that's when you could start playing, you could start giving different looks on defense, right? Disguise looks. You could play nickel. You could play dime. You could do anything. Man coverage. There's a lot that you could do there when you eliminate the run. Jedediah, I feel that they could have done better in the end of the second quarter. Why not kick deep? I love it. Why not keep deep inside the 10 instead of a squib kick? I said this exactly to Mikey. Let's see what Mikey. That would be a good link. Yeah. So listen, I text Mikey. I'm like, I don't understand the squib kick because one, it gives them good field position right away, and I think they had it at the 35, if I'm not mistaken. But our special teams are damn good. I don't understand why right there you don't kick it to like the 5-yard line, 10-yard line. They're going to get out to probably the 20, 25-yard. But what does that do? That eliminates time. Because on a squib kick, all they're doing is laying on the ball and the clock is stopped automatically, right? If you kick it to the 5 or 10, they can't just kneel the ball. They're not going to do that. They're going to run, right? They're going to take at least what? 4 seconds, 5 seconds off? That eliminates that. Then we could play this zone. Then you could play back zone, right? For a deep pass. It makes no sense. I don't like the squib kick in that situation. However, Mikey's right. The soft coverage is unacceptable. 12 seconds, man. Come on, man. You know you cannot leave the middle part of the field open. You can't. We did that last season in the playoffs, and that's why we lost. That's why we talked about it 13 seconds. You can't do that. They still had the timeouts. If they had no timeouts, fine. Who cares about the middle of the field? Leave that wide open, whatever, right? They got no timeouts. They have to come to, but they have 1 timeout, 2 timeouts. What are you doing, man? Play your defense. I can't stand that. I cannot stand that. Like, it doesn't make sense why they continue to do that. They do. And I mean, yeah, listen, it cost us 3. It is what it is. It is what it is. But let's give credit where credit is due. And the Chiefs only scored 20 points, right? Going into that second half, I believe it was 10-10 at half, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Going through everything right now. So, yeah. So it was 10-10 at half, right? We both scored 10 points in the second quarter. We only gave up 10 points in the second half. I mean, 10 points first. You're going against the number 1 offense. You got to give Leslie Frazier credit for his second half, right? Because even the first half, if you think about it, honestly, because listen, we should have been up in this game early. Isaiah McKenzie, hello. Do you know the play call? Were you aware of the play call? He looked like he had no idea what the play call was. So right there, we already turned the ball over when we should have had points. We should have had at least a touchdown, right? Field goal at the least, right? But that drive was beautiful up until that point. So what does KC do? KC marches right down the field on us. And luckily, Kaiir Elam, our rookie, got a turnover, a huge turnover. And I don't know if, listen, everything that happened in that game that was awesome, I don't know if that's even talked about as much as the other plays. And then maybe it should be. Because if that doesn't happen, that turnover by Kaiir Elam on Casey's first drive, we could be talking a different story today. I'm just being honest with you guys. We could be talking a totally different story today. Nah, man, I never struggle, bro. I never struggle. I just been, listen, I still was drinking last night and I've still been drinking today. So it's one of those, it's not my Super Bowl victory because obviously it's not even in the playoffs yet, but I'm feeling good today. And last night was really like one of those games, bro. It just like drained me, man. It physically drained me, man, because that was such a roller coaster of a game. It was a roller coaster of a game. But anyways, listen, back to Kaiir Elam. You guys don't understand how big that play was. If that doesn't happen, we're down 7-0 right away, right? And then we're trailing. Not good. Not good. So that play to me was probably a game-changing play. I'll be honest with you. It's probably a game-changing play that no one's really going to talk about as all the other plays. The Von Miller sack at the end, right? The Josh Allen to Dawson Knox. Because who knows what happens at that point. They come down, they score, they stop us, turnover, they score right away. We're down 7 points already. You know, who knows how the momentum goes at that time, right? I felt like when we had that interception, the momentum swung right back into the Buffalo Bills' favor, right? Because it was taken away right away. When McKenzie fumbled that ball, it was like, man, like I was like, here we go again. I don't know about you guys, but I was just felt like, oh no, like I had a bad feeling in my gut, right? Like, is this what's gonna happen again? Like, is this gonna be that kind of game, right? Where we're just turning the ball over, shooting ourselves in the foot, playing stupid, making boneheaded mistakes. And by the way, this game wasn't clean. There was some boneheaded mistakes. The Juju touchdown. Can't pronounce his last name. Mr. Touchdown. The Juju touchdown at the end there, or in the beginning, the first touchdown they had. Terrible. Three guys. I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, Saran Neal, Dane Jackson, and I forget the other. Was it Hamlin? Mikey would know. But terrible. Three guys, you miss it. You miss the tackle. He goes 45 yards for the touchdown. Unacceptable. Can't have that happen, right? You cannot have that happen. And I'll be honest with you, that's the first time it happened all season where we had like a boneheaded mistake, right? Like they did that to us last year, right? Derrick Henry, 60-yard run. Jonathan Taylor, 50-yard run. The New England Patriots guy, I forget his name, 45, 60-yard run. Like they had big plays on a stupid. But this season, up to this game, we haven't had many mistakes like that. This was the first, right? And then we let it happen again later on in the game where Juju did it again to us, right? Can't have that happen. And that's why I was getting a little bit, not nervous, but like, oh man, is this going to be one of those games? And luckily, the defense settled down in the second half. And I credit that to Leslie Frazier. I credit that to the players because they could, trust me, after something like that happens, you get down on your stuff, you start overthinking, you just get out of your game a little bit, right? You're on the road. Just a lot can go wrong there when things start to snowball like that, right? The early turnover, it's just like, it kind of maybe gets in a player's head, right? And I just felt like with this team, with these coaches, I felt like everybody stayed calm. They went into the halftime 10-10. We should have been, listen, guys, I kind of like the championship game, not championship game, but the playoff game last year. We should have been up in that game. I think it was 14-14 at the half in that game. And I feel like we should have been up in that game, right? And instead of tied. And then KC got off to a hot start in the third quarter. And then we were playing behind the whole game, behind, right? And then it just was a nightmare, right? We had to play catch up the whole game. This game, I felt like we could have took the lead. We could have had the lead, and I felt like KC could have been playing catch up ball the whole time. And we would have, listen, 24 points, we should have scored more than that. I'm going to be honest with you. We should have scored more than that. We made some boneheaded mistakes offensively and defensively. I'm telling you guys. But it's all good, man. Let me get to some of your comments, man. I apologize. Hamlin had a meter. Yeah, listen, Hamlin's young. He's not supposed to be in there, obviously, right? We all know Micah Hyde is out for the year. And for what DeMar Hamlin's doing so far, you got to give him credit because he's stepping up in a guy that's an all-pro, right? And Micah Hyde, not an easy thing to do, right? And I feel like he's playing well, man. Is he playing great? No. Is he Micah Hyde? No. But he's also second year. You got to give him a little credit, right? You got to give him also a little bit of a pass for some of his mistakes. He's going to make them. Listen, all these guys that have made mistakes so far are super young. Like, these aren't veteran guys who are like, oh, man, like making the same mistakes over and over, right? Should have been there. Should have done that. How could he do this? No, man. These are all young dudes, man. Kyer Elam's going to get beat from time to time. He's a rookie. He's going to learn. Christian Benford is going to get beat. He's going to do some stupid shit here and there. He's going to hold here and there. Listen, you got to give these guys a little bit of a break. They're young. McKenzie. Oh, Jesus Christ. And I like McKenzie. Yeah, listen. I agree. McKenzie was Chiefs MVP early. Yeah, he was. He had a really rough. So listen, on the McKenzie thing, since we're talking about McKenzie now, right now, I like McKenzie. I do. But he's limited. And we got to be honest about that. He is limited. He's a good kick returner, right? He's a good gadget guy, jet sweeps, motions. He's okay at slot. He's all right. You know what I mean? Can we do better? Yeah. Can we get a better slot? Sure, of course. And we may already have him. Khalil Shakir. I'm being honest with you. Shakir should be getting more plays on the offensive side of the ball, like he should be. By the way, doing an excellent job at punt return as well. Like, really, every time he's back there for a punt return, Khalil Shakir, I'm super confident. I am super confident that he's going to either catch the ball safely or let the ball go. It's going to go in the end zone. I never fear, not yet, that he's going to make a mistake. Drop the ball, don't fair catch it, and it goes to the 10. Like, he's making right decisions. Is he a game changer in the punt return? Probably not, but I'll take it. Andre Roberts wasn't a game changer when we got him. He was in the past, but when we got him, it was more of a, hey, we know Andre Roberts. He's going to safely catch it. He's going to make the right decision. That's what Khalil Shakir is. He's our new Andre Roberts, but younger. And he could get better at the punt return game. He could. Good. So we'll see. Yeah, he does. And he has really good hands, man. He made one drop last week, and he made up for it for a touchdown. So I am all good with Shakir. I don't think you're going to see many drops from Shakir. He didn't have many drops at Boise State. He was a really good receiver in college. And we got lucky picking him up in the fifth round. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a steal. Brandon Beane's been stealing draft picks, guys, in late rounds. Stealing them. I think his later draft picks are working out somewhat better than his early draft picks. Like, seriously, Christian Benford, a starter. I mean, that's and playing at a pretty high level. He's a good corner. He's going to get better. He has a high ceiling, man. I think Christian Benford is going to be an excellent corner in this league. And Kaiir Elam is also going to be I'm telling you, an excellent corner. Once he gets everything down, you're going to see Kaiir Elam balling, right? You're going to see, I'm telling you guys right now. By the way, Trey White was back at practice last week. Red non-contact jersey. So, what's that telling me? That's telling me more than likely he will not play week 8 versus Green Bay, right? More than likely. He'll probably play, if I had to guess, week 9. If I had to take a guess. I'm sorry, week 8. I apologize. I keep saying week 9. I am so messed up, guys. Week 8, he probably will not play. I believe he'll be back week 9 or week 10. That's where I kind of see Trey White coming back, and that's okay. Everybody's doing a good job on the corner. Better than I expected. I got to be honest with you. Better than I expected. Let's see here. I don't think trade. I think we get. Yes. I'm glad you guys are talking about that. Yeah, I don't know about that, Mikey, but you could be right. We'll see. I'm liking him at corner, though, but you could be right. You never know. We'll see. You know what? You know when you'll know that next offseason in camp, if they're working him in the safety slot. But right now, I see him just at corner. But we'll see. I have no idea. You know where that's also going to – that also depends on Micah Hyde because I don't know yet. He had surgery. We don't know on his return. I have no idea what's going on with Micah Hyde's situation. So you could be right there. I have no idea. So we did cut our linebacker Smith, by the way, today, if you guys weren't aware, Andre Smith, who was out on a suspension anyways. And I think we only had, up till tomorrow to cut him, or Wednesday, or he had to be on the 53. So we winded up cutting him. Listen, I have a feeling, guys, that we're either going to trade for McCaffrey or we're going to sign OBJ or we're going to do both, in my opinion. And Yeah, man. Bean and McD both said say, yeah, then very possible. Then I believe it. Listen, if they say it, they say it. Go Bills, man. Go Bills. Hell yeah, go Bills. But let's get on that. So McCaffrey, you know, when we dive deep into what it would take to get him, more than likely it's going to be a first round pick and a player. It's interesting that we sat Zach Moss. He didn't play. I mean, he's not very good, but this was his first game that he wasn't dressed. Could he potentially be moved, be part of that trade for Christian McCaffrey? Are they working on a deal? As you guys know, Carolina and Buffalo has made deals before. It's not like they aren't, familiar with each other. And with the McCaffrey contract situation, I think somebody said 700,000 or 800,000. That's it. That's all it would cost us for the year. And his contract, we can cut him. We can cut him after this year, so we won't have to take on his contract. And it would cost us a first-round pick, more than likely, and a player, which I'm good with. Listen, guys, a first-round pick is not a big deal. It's a second-round pick if you win a Super Bowl, right? Go to Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl. I'm okay with that. We just talked about this. Brandon Beane hits in the later rounds anyways. So I don't feel like that's a big loss. I really don't. For a player that can get us over, like make us even more deadlier, not over the hump, because I believe we're the best team overall in football, but I mean, get us that extra push, let's just say, when we're in the playoffs, something that we need. I love Devin Singletary, by the way, so don't take this the wrong way when I'm saying we need to go out and get Christian McCaffrey, because if we don't, I don't think that's the end of the world either. Like, we are a Super Bowl team. We have a good, deep roster, but that would be a huge help. That would be a just another massive weapon for Josh Allen, right? And they would still have a Singletary. So it would be like a 1-2 punch, man, because Singletary still had. Listen, you guys saw what Singletary did in this last game. They just went away from him. I don't know why, but they went away from him. But his first half numbers, or his total numbers, were fine. Like, I don't understand. So they gave him 17 carries. By the way, I said I was cool with 13 to 15 for Devin Singletary. 17. Yeah, bro, if we can give Singletary the ball 17 times, dude, I'm good with that. He had 85 yards, five on average for the day, long of 14. He had a very good game. And receiving, he had 4 catches for 22 yards. So he had over 100 all-purpose yards. Very good game for Devin Singletary. You can't beat that. But imagine if you had Christian McCaffrey on your team with Devin Singletary. McCaffrey, you guys know, he's electric when healthy, right? And the good thing about getting McCaffrey on this team is it's not going to be like Carolina. We're not going to be using him like Carolina does. He's going to be limited amount of reps. We're not going to even probably run him more than 12 times. I'll be honest with you guys. So why not? If you get a dynamic player, another dynamic weapon for Josh Allen, of course I'll take it. Of course. It would be stupid not to. Also, OBJ. They're saying December or mid-November, late November, December, or early December, somewhere around there is where he's expected to be healthy, ready to go. Listen, guys, man, if he's willing to take a contract that is manageable, meaning it's not over-the-top crazy contract, right? To come win a Super Bowl with the Buffalo Bills, and then you go get paid somewhere else. That's the whole thing, because trust me, I'm going to tell you right now, if he didn't get hurt in that Rams Super Bowl, he would have been signed in the offseason. He would have got a contract somewhere else. Maybe not a massive contract, but he would have got a big contract. I think he would have got a big contract. But because he got injured, obviously no one's going to sign him. So that was a little setback for him. But if he comes here to Buffalo, right, and he wins a Super Bowl with this Buffalo Bills squad, he's going to get paid somewhere else. So why not take a decent deal, right? Just to show what you got, right? Win a chip, and then go get paid. And I'm sure Von Miller's telling him that. Because, listen, the Buffalo Bills are on we don't have much to spend here, right? So we can't go out and afford to pay big money for him for just, what? a playoff run. You can't do it. You can't do it. You got other guys to worry about, right? You still got Jordan Poyer. Pay the guy. You got to pay Jordan Poyer. Speaking of Jordan Poyer, by the way, did you guys know Jordan Poyer, and I just found out today, rode a damn bus to the Kansas City game? 15 hours. 15 hours on a bus ride to get to the game. And he couldn't fly back. He had to ride back to Buffalo. That's unbelievable, man. That goes to show you, man, this guy has heart, man. He's willing to play. He could have said, no, man, I can't, whatever, And no, man, he showed up. So the angry Buffalo sports fan, I think OBJ is looking, OBJ looking for that last big payday. I don't think he cares about. See, he may be, but no one's going to give him. I don't think anyone's going to give him that in November, December. I don't see anyone giving him a big payday just to run for the playoff run. Like no one's going to do that. And even, hired a car service. Yeah. Even Green Bay, because I'm hearing Green Bay. Listen, Green Bay, why would he go to a team that's not going to make the play? It wouldn't make any sense. Now, if Green Bay offers OBJ like a 3-year deal and it's about the money, then, hey, man, go play with Aaron Rodgers, but it probably ain't happening this year. The way they're playing, and by the time late November, December rolls around, who knows what Green Bay's record is by that time? Are they even a playoff team at that point? Right? Then you're just getting OBJ for the following season, correct? So, it had to be somebody that's willing to take that role and roll the dice and sign him to a big contract for like a couple seasons, 3 seasons or 4 seasons, something like that. I don't see that happening for anybody. I see it's going to be a playoff run type contract. And maybe somebody overpays a little bit to get that playoff run, to get him on the roster. But I don't know. I think it would be a mistake for him not to come to Buffalo. Play with Josh Allen, play with his best friend and Von Miller, right? Same team. And the way that Von Miller's constantly bringing it up, if it wasn't a possible thing to happen, I don't think he would keep bringing it up. Like, I just don't think so. I think Brandon Beane would have already probably talked to Von and told him, bro, like, you got to chill on the OBJ talk. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, he would have. And he's not. So that tells you right there that it's a possibility, or they already had talks. You know what I mean? So I could be wrong. I totally could be wrong. I have no idea. Obviously I'm not OBJ's representative, but all I could do is read between the fine lines, and I could tell you that it's always a talking point when it comes to Von Miller about OBJ coming to Buffalo. And if they weren't such great friends, I'd be like, he's just blowing smoke, right? But the fact that they're really, really good friends, they talk. They talk probably daily, right? So I'm just saying, I wouldn't be shocked. And to anyone that says that's going to be a setback for our receivers, like Gabe Davis, like Khalil Shakir, players like that, no, it's not. It's not going to be a setback at all. He's just going to be a weapon on the field, an added weapon. That's it. Just like he was in LA. That's all, right? I don't see him just taking, I'm the man now coming to Buffalo. I demand the ball. I don't think it would be like that at all. I think he would just be out there as another weapon for Josh Allen. And why not? The more the merrier. I'll take it. Who do we have as a running back? On practice squad? I thought we had Blackshear, but I think he got picked up again. I don't know. Mikey would know. If Mikey's still in the chat, he'll tell you who we have in the practice squad. I think it's Blackshear. I could be wrong, though. Maybe Blackshear got picked up again, because I know that somebody picked him up, and then we winded up picking him up again, and I think somebody else picked him up again. I don't know. Oh, the Colts? Okay. Well, they're I don't know. So, Mikey will tell you. Mikey would know. Let's see here. I would much rather him catch the ball with McKenzie yesterday. Who are we talking about? Khalil Shakir? Yeah. At some point, McKenzie or the coaching staff had to have seen McKenzie was struggling yesterday, by the way. Like, that was bad. Like, bad. Like he just had a bad game. Because McKenzie's normally not that bad, guys. He could make some catches. Yeah, see, Blackshear got picked up. That's what I thought. Carolina. Okay, Carolina. So, I don't know who our practice squad running back is. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. Is it Duke Johnson? All right, Duke. All right, whatever. Duke's hard. Hey, I thought Duke Johnson played better than than Zach Moss. I'll take Duke Johnson. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Anyways, let's get to some of these stats. I know we went through them yesterday, but we'll go through them again. So quarterback, Josh Allen, as you know, 27 of 40, 329 yards, 8.2 with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Of course, the stupid fumble. I guess he's credited for the fumble, which is ridiculous. Devin Singletary, 17 carries, 85 yards. Josh Allen, 12 carries, 32 yards. Stephon Diggs, another big game by Stephon Diggs, man. 10 receptions, 148 yards, 14.8 average with the touchdown. Gabe Davis, 3 catches, 74 yards, 24.7. Dawson Knox, 3 receptions, 37 yards, and a touchdown. By the way, awesome that Dawson Knox got that touchdown, especially at the end of the game, and something that I'm sure was, more special than probably any touchdown, because a big moment like that, everything he's gone through in the offseason, you could tell too, like after the game when McDermott handed him the game ball. I don't know if you guys saw that in the locker room. It was like he handed out 3 game balls, and one of them was Dawson Knox. You could tell that Dawson Knox was still like, listen, man, he lost his brother, right? He's going through some like injuries again this season, kind of like nagging injuries. But you could tell like just that it's just a lot of emotions going through Dawson Knox, man. You could just tell. You could see it in his face. And I just felt like that touchdown was like, that was a big moment for him as far as like just emotional, I think, right? I saw him point up, and it's probably to his brother, right? So I'm happy that happened for him. He got his first touchdown of the season. So yeah, Denver is up, by the way, on the Chargers. How bad are the Chargers, man? I mean, Jesus. Like, I thought they were going to be better. And Denver's terrible too, by the way, but I don't know. But looks like right now the 2 top dogs in the AFC, man, are exactly what people thought. Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, man. I don't fear. I'm telling you, I don't fear any AFC team right now. I don't fear Kansas City, but they are, until we beat them in the playoffs, they are our rival, man. They are what's stopping us from getting the Super Bowl. But anyways, back to everybody. So Gabe Davis, 3 catches, 74 yards, 24.7 on the average. He has turned into our deep threat. He is our deep. Remember, we kept saying we need a deep threat receiver. We need a deep threat receiver. We need a deep threat receiver. Gabe Davis is turning into that, man. He is our deep guy. He's shown it. He's shown it in the Kansas City playoff game. He's shown it this season early on. He's shown it last week when he got finally healthier, and he's shown it yesterday. He is now our deep threat player. He busted his ass in the offseason. He gained some muscle, and you could just tell. You could tell he has a little bit more speed, a little bit more power, and yeah, man, like he's going to be a problem in this league. I'm telling you right now. Like, that kid's a hard worker, man. And then here's another contract that we're going to have to worry about in a season or two is Gabe Davis. Guys, it doesn't end. All these players that are performing well to great, they're going to want to get paid. I don't know how Brandon Beane's going to do it, but he's going to have to figure something out because we got some guys coming up. We do. And Jordan Poyer is the one that sticks out to me, and Tremaine Edmonds. And I don't know. I don't know how he's going to do it, but I think he can figure a way. I really like Davies. He's a possession receiver who fights for the ball and can be a deep threat for the. Yes, 100%, bro. He is our deep threat guy. He is our deep threat guy. I'm telling you right now, I love Diggs, and I'm not saying Diggs can't go deep, but right now, Gabe Davis is our deep threat. Like, that is it. I think he has the height. I like his height. Like you said, I like his strength. He can out. Listen, if there's a 50-50 ball, I'll trust Gabe Davis can get to it. When healthy, of course. That drop he did against Miami, listen, I don't think that happens if he's not hurt with his ankle injury. I'm being honest with you. I'm being dead honest with you. So yeah, man, speed, power, height. The dude has it, man, and he's only getting better. And he works hard in the offseason to get better and better and better. So, yeah, man, we're gonna have to figure that contract out when that time is coming up. I have no idea when. I think a couple seasons, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. They better figure a way. But you know what's funny though? Brandon Beane has figured a way out. He's figured a way to sign guys, the big time guys, right? He's let some guys walk, but every guy that he's let walk so far are not the primetime guys, man. Every primetime guy so far for the Buffalo Bills, Brandon Beane has gotten the deal done, right? Trey White, Deion Dawkins, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, right? Matt Milano, right? He did give Jordan Poyer the extension back then. Now he wants another one, which is well-deserved. Micah Hyde, right? He's paid the guys that he knows needs to be here. He's gotten the deals done. So I have that's why I have confidence in Brandon Beane that he'll figure a way to sign these guys, the guys that are truly difference makers for the Buffalo Bills. And that's why I think the deal gets done, man. Miami was an outlier. Not worried about Miami. Yeah, man. Miami is just it was one of those games, bro. Honestly, we and I hate making excuses, but we were very limited that game. Gabe Davis was not 100%. Weather, like there's a lot of injuries, but it is what it is. I hate making excuses, but I don't think Miami, especially now, is a team that we need to be worrying about moving forward. I just don't. The Jets are very surprising to me for it too. I am very surprised. And by the way, if we lost yesterday, can you believe the Jets would have been in first place? I mean, we would have had 2 weeks of Jets fans talking total trash about how great their New Jersey Jets are. So thank God for that win too, because I hate losing going into a bye week, guys. And I hate losing going into a bye week and not being in first place because of it. Right? It's like it would have been like a nightmare for me. I would have had a rough, like just a brutal 2 weeks, man. If we would have lost that game, the Jets would have been in first place. Like that I would not have. I don't know if I even came on here tonight. So we'll be back next week and we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Listen, the receivers are still doing good things with their backups, right? I think Tyreek Hill had 165 yards yesterday, and I think Waddle had 133. I mean, that's pretty much what they were doing with Tua. I'm not saying Tua's not, that Tua isn't better than Bridgewater. I'm just saying they still put up their numbers, right? And we'll see. The problem with Tua, though, is, Mikey, how long will he be on the field for? I mean, I'm being honest with you. It's going to take one hit, and he could be back on the bench, back at home. I don't know how long Miami can go with that, trusting that, right? Oh, man, we got DJ Stone in the house. What's going on, Stone, man? Appreciate you popping in, man. But yeah, guys, man, I think that was a huge win yesterday for the Buffalo Bills. I know it's a regular season, but to me, it proved that what Brandon Beane did in the offseason worked. And it also proved to me that the coaching staff understands that you got to put pressure on Pat Mahomes or he's going to chew you up. And I felt like late in the game, late in that third quarter, fourth quarter, the Buffalo Bills started bringing pressure. I saw Milano go in there a few times for blitzes. I saw Edmonds actually go in one time. We just brought a lot of pressure on Mahomes. And if you saw that last play, the interception, even the interception in the first quarter, it was because of pressure. And Mahomes was trying to make a play. And that's what led to the interception. And that's what led to the interception at the end of the game that closed it, because Von Miller was pursuing him. And he was just trying to make a play. And he did not see Teron Johnson, who, by the way, played a beautiful ball. That's what you could do when you're playing those kind of coverages. He just did not see Teron Johnson creeping. and it was just a good play on the ball. Jay Stone, will we see a trade? No more Moss. Yeah, that was weird, man. No, Saran Neal's staying, bro. I'd be so pissed if they got rid of Neal, dude. Neal ain't going nowhere, bro. But Zach Moss, yeah, I definitely could see Zach Moss being traded. If it's for Christian McCaffrey, even if they just trade Matt Moss away to get something at this point, I'm good with it. I am. I don't hate the guy. I just don't think he's right for Buffalo. Maybe he's good somewhere else, but he's just not doing it here, man. He's not, and and I'll wish him well wherever he goes, but he's just not cutting right now for Buffalo. But I have a feeling. I do have a feeling. Listen, if Carolina wants somebody, I think we're gonna wind up giving them Moss. I just do. I do. Let me see here. Neal, I would, yeah, I would not, I would be shocked if they trade. I don't see Saran Neal. By the way, Saran Neal played in this game too, and he played very physical against Kelsey, which I absolutely love. And I was saying that they should be doing that from the beginning. Like, I love the way he played Kelsey. He made some mistakes in this game, but overall, I love the physicality. Listen, Kelsey is a dude that he's the best tight end in the league. I mean, there's only so much you could do against Kelsey. I saw Jordan Poyer lining up against Kelsey late in the game. Absolutely love that too. Why not? Like, that's something Frazier called. Had to have called. So you got to give Frazier credit for his adjustments as well, man. He did not let Kansas City do what they wanted. They wanted to against this Buffalo Bills defense. Didn't. I absolutely love that. Yeah, and I don't think he's going anywhere. T. White, yeah, Trey White is coming back, man. Trey White will be back soon. I'm gonna say week 9, week 10. I don't think he'll be back after the bye. I don't think you'll see him in the Green Bay game. He hasn't even practiced yet, like a padded practice. He was in a red non-contact jersey. He's gonna have a bye week this week. Maybe he gets some practice time next week, and he's limited. Maybe the following week, but I can't see them rushing him back in for the Green Bay game. You're going to probably see him week 9, but I could be wrong. Shoot, I don't. Who knows? But I'm gonna guess week 9, week 10. But anyways, guys, so that's it, man. I do want to tell you guys a few things. Friday night lights. We're gonna take a bye week as well, because I'm drained, man. I'm drained, and this wasn't my best performance tonight, guys. On this show, I want to apologize for that. I'm drained, man. I'm physically drained, mentally drained. Watching this team, I love them, and I love coming on here, and I love doing podcasts for you guys. But I'm doing a lot of them, like a lot. Last week I did like 10 hours or something like that of podcast. And I need a break. And I'm going to take one this Friday. And Mikey is too. So we're not going to be here on Friday Night Lights. I apologize. But as you can see, I'm not on my A game tonight. I'm on my like C, D game. And it's all good, man. So I apologize once again. I'll be better next time, I promise. But yeah, so I probably will still do an NFL overtime podcast, because I do one every week Friday with Curtis. So I will still wind up doing a podcast, and I still got to do AFC East Shakedown Saturday. But other than that, I'm going to take a little R&R, man. I need it. And Mikey needs it as well. But we will be back next Monday, me and Mikey, and we will be back the following Friday as well. So guys, I love you. Once again, I apologize. Just a little drain, man. A little drain. So anyways, Bills Mafia #1. Go Bills. I'm out of here, and I'm going to go play the best outro song, that any content creator has. Here we go. Go Bills. Peace.